So to draw the cardinal, kind of like this, what we are going to do is actually start from the beak and the eye. I'm going to draw it fairly large to fill up most of my paper, but we are going to start from the front. So here's how we're going to do it. Someplace up on the top part over here, I'm going to work on the beak itself. And the beak is actually super easy. The beak, and I do want you to draw light. We can always darken stuff up. The beak is going to kind of start off like a little thin triangle like this. On the back of it, I'm going to put a smaller, kind of super flat triangle, sort of like that. That's the part that's going to go into the cardinal's body. And then I'm going to connect the 2 points in the middle. And I'm just going to darken a couple of things up. When you have the beak all set, give me a big thumbs up. Awesome. So now we're going to have a little bit of fun with the head. So cardinals have a big kind of plumage that goes over on top. I'm going to start off first by giving him an eye up here. Then I'm going to start from the beak, and we're going to go up, around, and then kind of do a big zigzag line where it comes down. So up, and a short zigzag line where it kind of comes down toward the body. All right, so now I'm actually going to go back down here to the bottom of the beak. For the body of the cardinal, I'm going to think of kind of like a big U shape. So it's going to start down over here. It's going to go down a good bit, and all I'm doing is a super light line because I am going to go over it in a minute. Kind of like a big U shape. I'm just going to pause it someplace up here. Nice. Now I'm going to go inside the body over here. I'm just going to draw a quick shape for the wing. So the wing, kind of think of the wing as a big raindrop. So I'm going to start where I think the shoulder might be. I'm going to kind of go with a curved line where the shoulder is first. And from here, I'm going to just go up. And this is the part that's going to be, it's going to look sort of like a big raindrop on its side. Now, I'm going to go from where we did the crest, and I'm going to put a line that goes down into the wing, and then it kind of follows along for the rest of the body up here. I might make the wing just a tiny bit bigger just to kind of take up some of the space. That's much better. All right, when you guys are all done, give me nice. Now I'll give you a choice. Should we make his tail go down, big flare tail? Which one do you guys want to do? All right, which one do you want to do? The straight one, Ty, Michaela, which ones do you guys want to work on? Okay. So here's how we're going to do it if you want to do a straight one. So if you think of where the back of it, his back goes, the tail is going to start from there. And if we want it to go down, it's just going to be kind of a straight line that continues from there. If you saw from the video, the feathers on the tail are fairly long. So once I continue the straight line, all I'm going to do is just put a couple of quick U-shapes on the bottom and just kind of follow them up. And I'm going to add a few of those kind of long tail feathers that follow my cardinal all the way up like this. What's up, Mr. Jackson? What's up, Jackson? Huh? Like this way? So if you want to make his tail open up, then all I'm going to do is erase this part. And then just think of it from here. Almost think of it like a big triangle that goes out. And then on the edge of him, just kind of put a whole bunch of U shapes like this. And then you're going to put a few lines that go in. So it looks like his tail is kind of flared up like he's trying to jump around. So you guys get to choose whichever way you want. When you're set with that part, just give me a big thumbs up. Nice. Now here's what we're going to do. This is the part we're going to add a few details to it. So first, if you notice the cardinal's body, especially down here, is covered up with short little feathers. So instead of this straight line that kind of helped us out that we made light, all I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and just put kind of a short zigzag line that follows it up. So that's going to give the texture of some actual feathers. Inside the wing, I'm going to come on in and just put a kind of a zigzag line up here. And then I'm going to start from the tip, and I'm going to put a few long lines that go into that one to give the illusion of some long feathers. And then the very last thing we're going to do up here is I'm going to kind of circle the eye, and I'm going to start from the beak, around the eye, and I'm just going to put a zigzag line that kind of comes down like this. And that's for the part that's black when we paint it in. What's up, Michaela? That's my next part. All right, so depending on how long you want or what we want them to stand on, if we want them to be in a branch, what they do is kind of tuck in their feet. So if he is on a branch, you won't really see much of the feet. What you're going to see is just kind of a couple of claws that stick up from here. If you want them to stand on, say, like a log or something else, the feet are going to kind of go this way. Just make sure you don't make them too long. They're going to go down, and think of this as kind of diagonal, and then diagonal this way, and think of that as the knee. And all I'm going to do is follow that along, and then add in some claws up here. I'm just going to color it in, and think of if the back foot is up here, you might see it just a little bit shorter, like that. What's up, Moran? So I'm just going to make the feet a little bit shorter. You can keep the feet like this as well. This will be my next part on a branch. So once you're done, what we want to do is add in a few branches. So just like Moran asked, kind of add them around. I'm going to start with the one that he's standing on first. And I don't want to make these too fat. So all I'm going to do is kind of start from here and just make a branch that kind of goes all the way out. Make sure it covers by his feet. Now, from the main branch, add in some smaller ones that kind of stick up. Just make sure they're skinnier than the branch that they're starting from. And then we're going to add maybe a few of them around just to kind of fill up the space. So if you see you've got a lot of empty space, so all I'm going to do is add a few branches kind of going around. Like this to just fill up the space a little bit. Go for it. Just give me a big thumbs up when you're done. Nice. Now the last part for today, I'm going to show you a couple of different things. So since we're working on this in wintertime, so if you think about this one that's got some pine needles and left over, if you want to keep your branches with some pine needles, we're going to leave them just like they are and leave them bare. When we color, and you don't have to do this, I just want to show you. When we color over here next time, what we're going to do is on the super skinny branches, we're just going to come in with some green and we're going to add some needles like this. Now, what you can add is some berries. So if you've seen some of the trees that have some red berries, they're kind of left over once the leaves fall. What they look like is they kind of start out from the main branch and there's just little circles like this. They're actually pretty cool if you ever get a ice storm where the berries kind of ice up. But all we're going to do for today is, if you want to add in the berries, you can. Everything else we're going to leave until it's time to color. What's up, Mihar?